Hey, this is Dallas Witt with Critical Hit Pest Management. I wanted to do a follow-up video on the rodent issue, the rat issue that this customer was facing. It's been about 2 weeks now since I last posted the video, and I've checked on the traps a couple times in the past 2 to 3 weeks for this customer. We have not caught anything else since the original catch, which is a great sign. Definitely means that there's not much activity going on inside the attic or inside the house anymore. Haven't heard anything from the customer that there have been any issues or sounds inside the house. The dogs haven't been scratching like they were at one point in time. So these are all positive signs. But I'd like to also show you some of the things that we've done on the outside of the home to help prevent this issue from reoccurring. So everything's looking good here. I'm going to get the traps picked up, take them with me, get them out of the home. If there's any other issues in the future that we need to place out some more traps, we sure will. Just kind of depends on what the homeowner is going to be experiencing over the next few weeks. It is January 2nd, so it is going to be cold over this weekend, going into February, and we always need to be wary of any kind of rodent issues this time of year. Mice and rats. So let's go outside, let's get these traps picked up, let's go outside, and I'll show you what I put on the outside and why I put them on the outside to help prevent any future issues. So in addition to the traps we placed in the attic, we also placed some exterior bait station boxes around the exterior of the home. And this is a room that leads from the outside of his pool deck to the backyard, or to the back part of the house. What's great about this customer, you gotta love these types of customers. This was all opened up. This wall was all opened up, and they just recently went back and sheetrocked it in, drywalled it up. So he took care of a lot of the issues by doing that, which is fantastic. Like, taking the recommendation and getting it done, that's awesome. But these bait stations are around the house, and we cracked them open, and you can see that there's bait inside there. So at one point in time, the rats were getting inside this and consuming this bait. I'm going to rebait these, but this is a great representation of what happens when you use two things in conjunction. Trapping upstairs in the attic, also placing bait stations down here with bait in them for the rats to consume. It's fantastic, and as you can see, they've obviously consumed that. So we definitely killed a couple rats by doing that. Probably one. I mean, that's about enough bait to kill about one rat. This guy right here, he consumed enough to kill about one rat. So let's go take a look at some of the other traps that I placed out, just to show you how multiple things working together really help solve the problem. So using these traps here, these are called Easy Snap rat traps. These are fantastic. I use these like I described in my previous video. And if you haven't seen that, go take a look at it. It'll help you kind of get some understanding of why we did what we did. But they were coming down the attic wall, down into the where they keep wine and some dog food. And so I placed these traps out, and they're important to use because, the homeowner has 2 dogs, and you don't want the dogs to get in these traps and get hurt. But these are self-enclosed boxes, and they have this snap trap inside of it. And it simply just locks in place. It's self-setting, which is fantastic. Right there it is, boom. It's set. Move my finger away. It's set, so when the rat comes in, hits that trigger pan, boom, it gets caught. Shut the door here, close the lid, and then you pull on this zip tie, just like so, and you hear it click, and it's set. So when the yellow tab is gone, that means you've obviously caught something. Very simple, very effective, and it's really good to use something like this when you're dealing with areas that are sensitive to people or animals. And there's nothing that's going to be able to get in here and get hurt by this. But once the rodent goes in there, boom, it's caught. The other great thing is you have to have a locking key to get into it. So I'm the only one that has the key. I'm the only one that can open it. So using that in conjunction with a few things, the snap traps in the attic, the bait stations around the outside of the house, and the interior traps on the bottom lower levels where there's more sensitive areas with people and pets. We were able to get a handle on this, and good news is we caught 2 rats, got them out of here, and haven't heard anything since. So good job. Moving on to the next one. If you need anything, give Critical Hit Pest Management a call. Follow us on YouTube, follow me on Facebook as well, and like, subscribe, and share and follow if you haven't already. Appreciate it. Have a good day.